So I'll go 3, 2, 1 and then go. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this is episode 2, Half-Life 2 episode 2. I'm Jukspa, and with me is also Elgu.
Hello, I'll be the moral support for Jukspa.
Yeah, really helps me out.
No
so
problem.
you start this came in this train car. I have to wait for Alex to do stuff now.
Gordon? Oh, Gordon, thank God.
I guess you can explain the movement tech while you're at it.
Yeah, the main movement technique in this game is called ABH, and there's also some variants to it. Basically what it is if you jump backwards, you go fast, and the more like precise explanation would be that Valve tried to fix bunny hopping that was present in older versions of the engine in Half-Life 2 and Episode 1. And the way they fixed it was quite exploitable, so if you turn around in the air, you can actually just accelerate instead of decelerate. So you can accelerate if you jump backwards. There's also some variants where you can go diagonally like this, and that involves holding some movement keys down.
Yeah, you'll mostly see him do it backwards or sideways. You can also do it forwards, but it's hard. You have to tap backwards when you land.
Yep. So what I'm gonna try to do now is I'm gonna try to do a teleport on Alex. I'm gonna try to smack her in the head with this wooden splitter, and there we go. The NPC thing is stuck, so it like teleports to its destination, so that saves a little bit of time in some spots. Here. It's normally like some cutscenes they have to save through, but you can actually just do a trick called wall climbing, which is you spam jump and use, which allows you to climb up into here, and you can just walk along this cliff to the end of the map.
Yeah, this skips quite a lot on this map. Also, it's kinda easy to fall down from the cliff.
Yeah, it's actually pretty precise. So here I punt the elevator to make it go faster, upwards. So it's like a couple seconds. This map's mostly just doing the intended stuff while fast.
Yeah, it has a lot of movement in it.
It's actually pretty fun.
Yeah.
And here I'm gonna get a grenade that's gonna be used like 10 minutes into the run. Because, as it turns out, there's actually not very many convenient grenade pickups.
Yeah, there's only like 2.
And also you get pistol ammo there, and if you don't get the pistol ammo, you won't get SMG grenades, which are very useful for the speedrun. Because they will be used for damage boosting later on.
Yeah, the supply crates drop items based on what you already have, so if you have like a lot of pistol ammo, it will never drop you pistol ammo.
Yeah. So this is gonna be the shortest chapter in the game, this waterfall. And almost supposed to get like the lava extract, which is like a glowy thing you get with the water con to heal Alex. But I'm just gonna make this ramp instead, and I'm just gonna launch all the way up the elevator shaft, hopefully.
Best trick in the game.
This might take a few tries since it's really difficult. You can also hit those hooks in the air, which for some reason have collision.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
I'm just gonna get the barrel from here. Got like the halfway launch. You can actually get all the way up there, but taking the barrel is also fun. So there. It skips about 30 minutes of gameplay.
Yep. And this is the first map with like proper combat in it, I guess.
Yeah. You have to kill these both eye gods. The exploded barrels are pretty good for that, and the shotgun. It's actually, this antler guard is spawned with a look trigger, so I look away from the entrance until I get there, so I can hit it with a barrel right away. Makes that fight a little bit easier, and it doesn't really cost time since you have to wait for Alex and the water gun anyway.
Well done. Great dispatch. Come now. What we seek is an encampment.
There's like one way to skip this whole section, but it's really random. You have to like clip into a prop, and it's really random in source.
Yeah, it's I don't really like it. You just crouch walk into a prop until it randomly spins into you. But yeah, right there I grabbed the pickaxe from a little bit of a weird spot. I'm gonna do some magic with the pickaxe.
The sentries should have spotted us by
It's gonna get stuck between the escape hatch and the elevator, and that's gonna give it like magical powers, so that when I'm gonna touch it next, it's gonna send me flying. Just gonna chuck it there. And that's how you do that. Nobody really knows how that works, but it just kinda does. And right here I'm gonna try to crouch walk and get stuck in this cliff. Might take a while sometimes. Yeah, there we go. So if you're stuck in something and you save and load in the source engine, you always go down a bit, so that allows me to clip in this tunnel, and that skips like about a minute worth of gameplay. Or I guess it depends on what you compare it to. If you compare it to the casual route, then it might be like 20 minutes, but...
Yeah, compared to the old strats, it's like about a minute.
Yeah. So normally in this map you're supposed to drive the car and you go into a building and you kill some hunters, but I'm not gonna do any of that. I'm just gonna hopefully launch off of that rock.
Yeah, you go faster than a car by just going backwards yourself anyways.
Can be tricky sometimes. It's gonna be pretty close. Yeah, there we go.
Nice.
Then I'm gonna use the SMG nade to damage boost over an invisible wall. Actually meant to do the easiest strat here, but I slipped down, so I'm just gonna go for the hot strat. And to do the pixel walk on the invisible wall. Can be kind of hard, since you have to, if you take that route, you have to like launch over the slope, so it can be a bit unreliable at times. So I'm just gonna walk on this invisible wall. There's actually a trigger behind me that I need to dodge, since it checks if I'm in car with Alex, and if I'm not, then it ends the game. So that's not good at all.
Yeah, most of these maps with the car, you have some kind of trigger in it, and that you have to skip.
Yep. There's also some triggers in this map where you have to hit them, or otherwise the helicopter won't follow you. It's like an nifty little launch you can do to get up here. There's one trigger. There's also another Alex check trigger right there. You have to wait for the helicopter there. The other way is you can get stuck in some skyboxes. So since I don't have the car, I'm gonna have to take an unconventional route to the train yard. Gonna damage boost from there. And there's a trigger right here that starts the helicopter fight.
Here, Gordon, you could use this.
So the helicopter takes 3 shots to kill. But if you hit it twice, it goes into this like berserk mode, in which it goes to this long animation, and you don't often want to do that. You want to kill it right over 3, but it's not too much of a time loss if this happens. Also, I don't think I mentioned it yet, the run difficulty is easy, because it's the fastest, and also allows for lots of damage boosting.
Boy, are we glad to see you guys.
That was amazing. Went through their minds right back.
So I'm gonna activate the slow change from a bit of a weird spot, and that's gonna allow me to skip the cutscene at the start of the next map.
Yeah, the level change trigger extends a bit outside the building, so you can just stand outside it if Alex and the guys inside it as well.
Yeah, it's actually luck based if this guy walks far enough, and he did. It's like 50-50. I actually don't know why that is, but sometimes he doesn't walk far enough and the level won't change. Alex won't walk in.
Yeah, Source is a good engine.
So I'm just gonna go walk on in there. Just gonna skip the auto tour over there. And there's also another Alex check trigger right here that I was avoiding there.
Also, normally in this map you're supposed to destroy this auto turret, but Jukspa is skipping it. And he's gonna do a trick later on to give him the vehicle, or the car.
You actually need the car in the dog race map. That's gonna be the map after this one. That combines incredibly loud if you're close to him. Kinda messed up the sound volumes. Although I guess they're not really expecting you to go there that fast. So I'm gonna get some help. The entirety of this area is like sealed off with invisible walls, except for one bit. And I'm gonna fly right through that hole with a triple damage boost. Gonna use the grenade. SMG nade in the barrel. Oops. Ah. Time is kind of tricky sometimes. Oh dear. There we go.
Easy every time.
Yeah, pretty much. So I'm gonna do a trick called save delete in the next map, in which I'm gonna kill myself. And I'm gonna delete the save that the game wants to reload. And that's gonna cause a failsafe to happen, and it's gonna just restart the map like that. And that allows me to get the car back, since you actually do need it in this level, and also get some health and ammo back.
I see an antenna. Huh, I think that's White Forest.
And this is the cutscene, so I have to wait through this. Something that's pretty interesting is that you actually can't take falling damage during this fight, which I'm not completely sure why that is. I guess some playtesters could have been thrown around during this fight by the sword and the dog. That might have killed somebody.
Yeah, maybe like some crush damage.
Yeah.
Oh no!
But you still take damage from grenades and
Doc, are you alright?
other things.
Wake up, Doc. Please. You're alright. You have me worried there. Everything working alright? Good.
You all right down there?
We're fine.
Dog okay?
Better now.
We've been waiting for you. Just follow the stream, then head up the other side. White Forest is right there. You can't miss it.
Alright. Thanks. Okay.
And there's really nothing that can like speed up this cutscene, since there's no like NPCs that are moving that much.
Yeah, and I don't think the teleports even like matter.
Yeah.
Looks like we need your help again.
See, some teleports do save time, but others are just like the cutscene in general is just on a timer, and it's not based on NPCs arriving on certain locations.
Way to go, boy! Okay, dog. Race you to the base. Step on it, Gordon. This is it. We made it.
There's actually a little trick you can do here. Is that normally if dog loses the race, he'll only like run this far, but if you stand like right here, he'll actually run there,
Better luck next time.
and that saves some time because he has to walk like a short distance.
Yo, let him through.
Thanks.
We had a feeling you were close when we saw a dog take off like that.
So here I'm gonna try to use the metal trolley to teleport dog a little bit forwards. Dog's
It's kinda
hitbox.
annoying to use.
Yeah, the hitbox is really weird. Both with the trolley and dog. Alright, I got one.
So this next trick is kinda weird. Basically, you have to have Dog and Alex inside the level load trigger, and the level load trigger like extends a bit, so you can actually go quote-unquote out of bounds and hit the level trigger from there. And by doing that, you can skip the next map, basically.
Yeah, this map's like a 6-minute cutscene. I guess ABH there. And if you pause your game while you're out of bounds, you actually lose all of your speed. So that's useful for negating fall damage there. Doing all strats here. Which are slightly slower than what I would do in runs. I got a nice nade boosting in here there. In the crawl space. That's like a nifty little jump you can do to get up there. Gonna make the supply close. And you can actually see some dead guys spawning here. I'm not sure why that actually is. Like, I guess I just went too fast. And I absolutely have no idea why those people just spawn as corpses. It's pretty interesting. Okay, you can push the water gun to the cutscene trigger early. Normally I kind of have to save through a small cutscene over there, and then you get into here. And you're gonna have to wait for Alex to get into the level change. And there. So it wouldn't be a Half-Life 2 game if it didn't have an obscenely long unskippable cutscene, so get ready for 8 minutes of this.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
So if you want to take like a bathroom break or get a snack or get a glass of water, this would be a great time to do so. So if you're interested in source running at all, you can go check out sourceruns.org, which is the community for speedrunning source and gold source games. Gold source games being Half-Life 1, Half-Life 1 Opposing Force, and Blue Shift. And there's forums, there's a wiki, there's also a YouTube channel which has a bunch of segmented runs, also one for this game. Episode 2 done quick, which I believe the time is 30:36, just made by Elgu and myself and some other people.
Yeah, it's a neat run. You should watch it at some point.
There's no controlling that kind of power.
Well, yes. There's always a risk, Eli.
There's actually the older heavy suit charger from Half-Life 1 in that place. And now if I would step into this thing, I could actually die, but I'm not too interested in watching this again, so I'm not going to.
Now, Eli, worse than Judith falling into their hands would be if they should get a hold of you.
Nobody has done glitches runs of Half-Life 2 episode 2. I mean, the thing about glitches runs for this game is I'm not sure what the definition of a glitch would be. Like, would damage boosting be a glitch? Since you could say that the knockback from explosives is intended.
Waiting for the Combine's go-ahead. They'll soon be here to give it to you in person.
I'll hurry it along, Magnuson.
But no, nobody has done like glitches.
Dad, are you okay?
Some teleports here to save a little bit of time.
Dad, prepare for unforeseen consequences.
What did you say?
Dad! Okay. It's okay. Just lean into me. Let's get you off your feet.
Thank you, baby. I'll be fine in a minute or two.
Okay. Do you need anything?
Actually, Alex, would you mind getting me a cup of tea? There's a hot plate in the old staff room.
I'll be right back. Gordon, keep an eye on him.
We're not going anywhere. Thank you, baby. Unforeseen consequences. The last time I heard those words was back at Black Mesa. You had just stepped into the test chamber when you whispered them in my ear.
That's like anything you can do with the doors. It's this. I'm not sure if this even hasn't like a name, but if you're next to doors while you open them, you like spinning around. It looks kind of weird.
Damn test, but I didn't. The whole way went to hell that day. And now he's using my little girl, putting words in her mouth. God, damn it. I should have known when he rescued her it was for his own damn reasons. Gordon, there's so much I need to tell you. Between us, we will finally have a chance to
Here you go. Is everything alright?
there's nothing, honey.
All right, people, change of plans. There is no way we can launch before those Striders are... Oh, excuse me if I'm...
Also, you can softlock the game if you teleport Magnuson early here.
Yeah, it's pretty hot.
Well, Freeman, I believe I found the perfect use for you. Follow me, quickly.
If you actually push Magnuson from behind here, it saves a little bit of time. Walk into him and
Freeman,
it's for some reason a little bit faster.
a single one of those damn things could shoot down our rocket. We don't dare launch until all Striders are destroyed. Now, you've proved yourself capable, and the staff seem to respect you. Therefore, I'm putting defense of White Forest and this ingenious new weapon of mine in your hands. We call it the Magnuson device. Not my chosen label, you understand, but it seemed to please the personnel. Now look lively in there. Warm up the delivery port. Now what it is a sort of sticky bomb, although cleverer than that makes it sound. From your point of view, you merely pitch the device at the Strider's hull, then blow it up. I've struggled with a mechanism for launching the device, but...
Full game test tomorrow,
your
Yalta.
zero-point energy field manipulator clears up that little problem. Now follow me, and we'll let you get in some practice while we still have time.
Here's another spot where you can softlock. I'm actually not sure how to like cause it, but I've had it happen.
Friends are a thing of the past. Now, out in the field, we'll supply you with all the Magnuson devices you need through delivery ports like this one.
For the safety of the base.
Here I'm gonna delay shooting this Magnuson device a little bit. That actually saves time in the dialogue. Oh, actually, yeah, okay. Oops. Well, if you delay shooting the Magnuson a little bit there, it makes the dialogue a little bit faster.
Now, let's move on to a more challenging task. Uriah, send the target to the far end of the rail. device, isn't it? I'll be right over here when you are ready to head out.
This cutscene's about to end. Only like a minute and a half to go.
Your car is fueled and ready to go. Now, every building in the valley has its own dispenser port, so you'll have ample supply of explosives. Now, I must get back to my rocket, Freeman. I'm relying on you not to squander my trust or my magnificence. Oh, and Freeman, if you pull this off, I might just forgive you for that debacle at Black Mesa. You know the one I mean, involving a certain microwave casserole.
Hey, Dr. Freeman, over here. Taking a few liberties with your car. Check it out. I added a rack for Magnuson devices back here. I tweaked your onboard radar
So this is the Strider map, and it's gonna be a lot of movement and combat.
No need to thank me. Now check
It's probably
Yeah,
like
it's a pretty neat map.
probably more combat than the rest of the run combined.
rest of the
Yeah.
gang's up north by the old
Also, that
sawmill.
teleport was weird.
Head on up there.
Sometimes you can like teleport people backwards. It's pretty interesting.
Staying here to watch the field and send status updates. Good luck.
You'll find the sawmill at the far end of the valley.
So you might be wondering why I'm taking the car here, but it's not that much slower than aviation there. Aviation to the sawmill, and you can also get a Magnuson device with you, which makes this next part a lot easier. It's not really like you'd have to get a Magnuson device for the first Strider from some of the other buildings, which like you'd have to be really fast to do so. Since you wanna, I'm gonna set this up right here. And for the Striders to begin spawning, you have to be here when this cutscene ends.
Striders aren't bad enough. Recon indicates they're being escorted by packs of hunters. Now,
Attention! We have a Strider approaching from the
So some of these Striders are actually important to kill fast, in that they make the other Striders spawn faster. These two are one of them, one of those Striders. Well, for example, the first Strider I don't really have to worry about. It's basically just on a timer.
They're working in packs.
Gonna kill these hunters.
Now we have a Strider.
And I'm gonna go and leave a Magnuson device for the 6th Strider actually. There's actually very little time between the 4th and the 5th one, so if you wanna kill out the 6th one fast, you have to leave a Magnuson device right there. And this is where the spawn camping of the Striders begins. Gonna do like a pixel setup here to set up the shot. And I can just see when it spawns and fire right away. If you take that a little bit slow, the hunters can actually shoot the Magnuson device down.
Striders left.
So you want to be really fast when you do that.
Another Strider coming towards the sawmill.
This strider spawns too fast for me to like really set up the pixel swap, and also the hunters are disturbing that. So you basically have to wait a little bit further.
Yeah, the hunters can shoot the device from the striders, and you don't want that.
Yep. Actually left the magazine device there behind, so that the hunter wouldn't shoot it. So if they actually shoot it, it breaks, and it's not a good time. Getting a new one will waste quite a bit of time. See if I can get the timing for this quick kill right here. Nice. That's actually pretty difficult, like I have to figure out when exactly it spawns. So I use the 6th strider as like, how do I say this? Like, based on when I kill a 6th strider, I can figure out when exactly that one spawns, so I can pre-fire it before it even spawns. That one, if you don't like figure out the exact time when it spawns, you're not gonna get the kill. Because it goes to, it starts running really quickly after spawning. And also another thing with the magazines is that you can't go too fast, or otherwise you'll drop them. So you have to go under 1000 ops, which is like in-game units.
We have a strider coming in from the crate.
If you go faster than that, then you will drop them on the ground. These striders are also on a timer, so I can take my time killing these ones. So actually just kill the hunters altogether, or that one hunter, so I don't have to risk the spawn kill. Just I can pretty easily shoot it down. Gonna mean that I have 2 more strides to go. I also left one magazine for the last one. That's gonna spawn at the ground, so I'm gonna spawn kill this one. It's gonna spawn right here. It's gonna kill the hunter that's guarding this strider, since it's pretty hard to get the shot on this guy if you don't kill the hunter first. It's like you can almost guarantee that the hunter's gonna shoot at the magazine device from the air, and that's striders.
Nice.
I don't think I had actually reloads. Did I?
Yeah, no. That was pretty solid.
Wow, Gordon. You were amazing out there.
And then the last map of the game. which is a cutscene.
Yeah.
Portal's close to opening, but Dr. Magnuson sure
Leaves the Half-Life series in a cliffhanger. Only to never release the final game. Pretty solid.
Good series.
Well, I see the Magnuson device performed flawlessly. I feel compelled to thank you personally for saving my rocket. So, thank you. Well, that's enough chit-chat. I've got a rocket to launch.
Wow. For a minute there.
Here, if you stand near the elevator, you can actually make Alex run towards you.
Let's go to the control room.
That saves like a couple seconds.
We'll launch from there. Well, here we are again.
How that actually was found was that I told someone how to do some strats in this map, and I guess they misinterpreted what I said, and they did that instead.
While having fun, I found an old
So-
helicopter that I was able to get working.
It's pretty great.
I've got it all packed up and ready to go. Never a dull moment, huh?
After like 1 year, I was like, wait, is that like a strat? And then people were like, isn't that what your strat? And I was very confused.
Hell of a job you did out there, son.
Let's not forget that with the Magnuson device, those Striders practically...
I'm gonna try this chair throw that I'm probably gonna fail. You can actually lodge the rocket in place with the office chair if it lands like in the exact right spot there.
I believe we're ready to start the auto sequence.
I believe Gordon should have the honor.
You'll hear no objection from me.
It's all yours, Gordon.
Silo doors open.
You can actually shoot these birds. You can aim.
Power to main thrusters. Steady on.
Dismiss. 10, 9,
We're launching.
7, 6, 5,
Steady.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah,
We did it!
we sure did.
Control myself.
Yes!
Fantastic.
Deep breath. Deep breath. Now it is still too early to celebrate. We need to reach altitude and transmit the signal.
Too right. The clock is ticking.
We couldn't have cut it any closer if that was our intention.
It is going to work, right?
It has to.
Once the rocket is in range of the portal, we'll be able to switch on the xenium resonator.
Well, let's get outside. I'd like a better view of the fireworks.
There should be quite a show. Regrettably, I can't come out with you. Magnuson and I will need to keep a close eye on the rocket's trajectory.
Aren't you going to see us off?
Just as soon as this is wrapped up, I wouldn't dream of letting you go without a proper goodbye.
Okay, I'll hold you to that. You too, Dr. Magnuson.
Indeed.
Yeah, you can follow me at LGU__.
Gordon,
If you want to follow me on Twitter.
There you are.
the more
Really
I
helps
think
him
about
out.
that warning from our
Yep.
friend, the more I'm convinced it has to do with Borealis. Don't be deceived. That ship must never be used. You have got to destroy it, whatever the cost.
Where are you two? You're going to miss it.
Be right there, Alex. Gordon, thanks for everything you've done for Alex, for all of us. I couldn't be prouder if you were my own son.
The stream is
When we get
cinematic,
back,
so it's
we've
30
got a lot to
FPS.
talk about.
Exact.
Alex, look at the portal.
We've activated the resonator. This is it!
There's actually an alternate ending you could do, but I don't remember how to do it, and it costs a little bit of time. It's like a couple seconds slow.
Yeah.
There's some advisors behind this building in like a place where you're not supposed to go, and if you kill one of them, it makes the final cutscene really weird.
I wish you didn't have to head off so soon.
If you want to see that, you can check out episode 2 done quick. It's actually in the
And bring her back.
shown in that run.
Dog? Hey, where are you? What a nut. Don't go too far.
Also, ride the rocket in episode sit on quick. Doesn't actually save any time, but it just looks cool. We jam it in place with the chair, and then
Gassed up and ready to go.
ABH then unjam it.
We have no idea what to expect.
Don't worry, Dad. We'll be alright.
I just
Who teleports?
These ones actually don't matter, so...
be so proud.
Yeah, some of these are just on a timer.
Yeah, these ones are, but these aren't, so... Yeah, yep, losing time, okay.
Sure you have everything you need.
It's already on timer.
Yeah, ready on time.
Dr. Kleiner gave us the Borealis coordinates. We'll keep the hailing frequency open on the chopper radio in case Judith tries to reach us again.
Good idea. She could well make another attempt.
And...
Dad! Gordon!
time.